Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? I know I'm a little late, but I do apologize about that. Hello, I am not bothered. Hello, Ophelia. Hello, Mary Langley. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Sheila Joe. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, K Cloud 43. Hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing? Hi, Linnell. Hello, hello, hello. All right, guys, we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight, but y'all know I got to wait for the 10-minute mark. Now, we're going to be talking about Martell Holt. The word on the curve is either he got another woman or maybe he's messing back with Sheree from Real Housewife of Atlanta. Have y'all been hearing that? So I've been hearing that he got either another woman or either he's back messing around with Sheree. But like I said, everything on this channel is alleged. So we're going to talk about that. I think that maybe Martell and Coleslaw just conjured up that they were going to get married just to get buzz around them to try to get her on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But we're going to talk about it. Also, guys, the word on the curve is Porsha is allegedly in jail. Now, what could she be in jail for? What could Porsha be in jail for, y'all? Now, I saw it over there on Binge-Worthy page that she was in jail, or allegedly in jail. What could Porsha be in jail for? Does it have something to do with Simon, maybe? Let me know if y'all been hearing that out here in these YouTube streets about Porsha being in jail. Also, let me know if y'all been hearing about Martell. Is he got another woman or is he back messing with Sheree from Roa? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Now, it would be great if he's messing back with Sheree or got another woman. That way he can leave Melody alone. So we hoping he got somebody so he can leave Melody alone. Also, what is the drama going on with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B? They is too old and they too messy for this stuff to be going back and forth. They got kids. Nicki, you had your time. You shined already. Pass the torch on to Cardi. Let Cardi do her thing. Nothing wrong with that. It's always women trying to go against each other. Why can't you had your time, now it's Cardi time? What's wrong with that? What? I don't understand these women. Cardi's also broke the Guinness Book of World Record with her number one song. It's called D with her in summer, and I'm gonna say Unalive. Y'all know what it is. It's become number one. So she's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Okay, Cardi. Also, guys, we want to talk about Irv Gotti brother Chris and Ashanti. I tried to put Ashanti on there, but it's going to be too much on here. He's saying that Ashanti didn't even call him after Irv died to give her condolence. Do y'all think Ashanti should have called and gave her condolence to Irv Gotti brother Chris? He's in the Breakfast Club talking about it, so he had his feelings about it. So y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Also, guys, Jason Lee is trying to allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, blackmail Beyonce. And he said he got receipts because she didn't invite him to some type of concert. Let me know if y'all believe that as well. Let me know if y'all believe that as well. Let me know. I don't know. Is this some type of weird stuff going on with Jason Lee and Beyonce? Yeah, let me know. Hello, I'm not bothered. Hello, Linda Gamble, my mod. Hello, my lady. So we gonna see. Hello, Audrey. So we're gonna talk about it all on my channel tonight. Oh, I'm not bothered. The government's gonna shut down less than an hour. Okay. Let me see. I think it's fake news. They said she was going 78 and a 55 with suspended license, but there ain't any mugshot. Well, that's what, bitch, whether you usually kind of tell the truth. I don't know. But we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, y'all. Also, let's get the housekeeping out the way. Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 is on the screen. Fair use, fair use. All things said on my channel are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I do not own the rights to any music or any clips that you may see on my channel. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Section 107 of the Copyright Act is on the screen. Also, my disclaimer is scrolling at the bottom as well on the screen. Fair use, fair use. Everything I say is alleged and in my very own opinion is for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Let me see what y'all are saying here. And guys, make sure you guys are following me on my new page, which is Drop the T 2.0. And also make sure you follow me on my social media platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you're liking the video when you come in, and make sure you're sharing the video so we can grow over here and get more subscribers so they can become a T-Drop. Also, you can support the channel by Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, or you can become a member for $2.99, or you can give memberships as well. All right, so we got that out the way. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. Now, I do want to get into the story with Jason Lee and Beyonce. Let me be getting that pulled up because people usually don't mess with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they kind of, they falling off, they kind of falling off a little bit, and if we can get into it, we're going to talk about the wealthiest Black women in the world. I do want to get to that. But we're gonna talk about all of it. And then y'all know we got to do our Black history. We're gonna do that for sure. For sure, we're gonna do that. And then, guys, I also want to bring up some quotes for us as women to say to ourselves and things like that. I also want to implement that into our lives as well. Like I did Black history, so I'm gonna have like some inspirational quotes for us and things like that every night on the live or what have you. So I'm going to do that as well, like I do Black history. What else we going to do? Also, people are thinking this young woman has a sugar daddy, but this man looks good to be his age. And y'all, I want y'all to decide if this is a sugar daddy. Now he's on a walker for a minute, but she let y'all know I ain't put him on no walker, okay? But this man looks nice looking to be of age. But she said that's her husband, that's her man. So we gonna talk about it. What else we talking about? We're gonna talk about this thing also that Tyler Perry does with his cast to get them ready for a movie. If y'all know in the movie Straw, when they had the movie premiere, Taraji and Tiana, when they were not kind of by each other at first, and it's a thing that Tyler Perry does with his castmates to get them in, into their role to really, act this scene out. I never knew this, but we're gonna learn about it. To make you really feel your character and act your character, he does things to get you motivated and get you to, into your character. So we're gonna talk about that. What else we gonna talk about? And we'll see if we can talk about this as well. Now, it's a clip that's going around on TikTok, Facebook, and it's a clip that when Phaedra was on, what is it called? What is the show with Whoopi Goldberg them and well, y'all gonna know when y'all see it. Now, I don't know if this is real or not. When Phaedra was saying that she's been married already before, she don't want to be married no more. She says she's, married to herself. She take herself on dates and things like that. And there was supposedly a man on there, and he was telling Phaedra, no, you're not happy being by yourself. And I thought that was kind of, I don't think, I was like, how you going to tell somebody what they're not happy being? If you've already been married once, twice, or three times, and it didn't work, it just don't work. I think women or men could be happy being by themselves and they could just casually date. That's another thing that people are doing now. That's something that, people are doing now, being comfortable with themselves. And, you all the time, you don't always have to break up with somebody. You always don't have to get back in a relationship. That's a time for you to heal, to get to know yourself and things like that. And, you can write down, get you a journal and journal. Like, what things did I do right in this relationship? What things did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Things like that. And it's not always your fault or their fault. Y'all could have just very well grown apart from each other. And that's okay in a relationship or marriage or anything like that. That can happen. I do want to talk about Heart and Hustle, but it's so much stuff that's going on with this live right here. I might talk about it with Elena. We also know Elena's husband cheated on her before they got married. And then the last straw was he made bad investments with their money. Well, really with her money, but they're married. He was like, I don't think that's a reason for her to divorce him. Baby, I know people are saying, well, she shouldn't divorce him over that. If somebody sat there all day long and did day trading with your money and you lost all your fucking money to the point and lost all your money to the point you have to sell your house to get yourself back on track, and he still act like he don't know what the hell he done wrong, oh, that's a problem for me. That's a problem. Just saying. Just saying. Let me know would that be a problem for y'all. Would that be a deal breaker? If you and your husband own the business together and in the beginning he cheated on you before you got married, then to add insult to injury, this man sat here and day trade all of your money away, and he didn't even have the balls to tell you until you went to make a purchase and you couldn't get it. And you had to sell your house to get yourself back on track. Because he emptied the clip, emptied the bank account, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. So would that be a deal breaker for you to go ahead and file for divorce if your husband emptied y'all account and didn't tell you? Let me know if that's a deal breaker for y'all. Let me know. Let's see. Let me see what y'all said. Hit the like button, guys, including those in the bushes. Yes. Yes, y'all in the bushes, hit the like button. Hello, TNT Gmar. Hello, Audrey. Hello, Linda. Hello, Rena Bass. Hello, Care Bear. Hello, Pat. My tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Spectations. Hello, hello, hello. Care Bear's Rena Bass said absolutely. Sonia says, yes, he has to go. Oh, Sheila Joe said, yes, that's a deal breaker. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying you mess with that fucking money, you got to get up out of here. Okay, y'all said you fuck with the money, they got to go. What if he had a problem? What if he had a gambling problem? Cheating before marriage is a deal breaker. Busting the bank account, he out the door. Audrey said busting. Y'all said he out the door. I couldn't trust him or feel safe after that. Okay, Sheila Joe, you said you couldn't feel safe. Okay. 41 likes and 60 in the chat. Okay. The deal breaker for me is continue with the with the marriage. But to answer your question, yep, it's a deal breaker. Okay. Expectation says so he's a liar. So he's a liar, a cheater, a thief, and he doesn't feel like he did anything wrong divorce time. Well, okay, well, do y'all consider, even though it's her, okay, if you married, y'all know everything is not yours, really. It really isn't. But would you consider that he took the money if y'all married? Do y'all consider he stole the money if y'all married? Do y'all consider it y'all money? I don't know because y'all know that's what the courts consider is y'all money. So do you still feel that way if y'all married? You said deal breaker, but guys, you know the court said it's y'all money together. You really don't have separate money. So is it still cheating and stealing if he spent the money? Even though she made a lot of the money, but they had joint accounts. So he felt like he had access to that money as well. He felt like it was his money as well. So I don't think he considered it cheating or stealing because they're married. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. If you're married or in a committed relationship, if your husband empty out their account, it's a joint account. Do you still consider that cheating or stealing or theft? Y'all let me know. But that can be how, even though you put most of the money in there, is that still considered cheating? I mean, excuse me, theft or stealing. If you put a lot of the money in there, is that still considered theft? Let me know in the chat, guys. Because some people will consider that not theft or stealing because y'all married. Now let me know. Because the husband, he's quiet, but he's sneaky. I told y'all them quiet ones you gotta watch because he looks quiet, like he wouldn't, do nothing like that. And he even looks like he wouldn't even cheat on her, but he did two things that he looked like he wouldn't do: cheat and allegedly took the money out the account. What day trading? That's what. Because I kept thinking to myself, she said he had did things since the cheating, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I thought he was I thought he was cheating again. But when she kind of shocked me when she said that he had went into their account and spent all their money. That kind of shocked me. That was a shocker for me. But that a shocker for y'all when she exposed that he had went in the account and took the money out. Was that a shocker for you guys? Huh? Was that a shocker for you guys? Let me see. What is wrong about that? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me now? Let me know in the chat. Because I was having some technical difficulties here. All right, guys. Y'all didn't leave me. Okay. Y'all didn't leave me. All right. My tea drop's still here. I had some difficulties here. All right. Now, we said, don't believe it. Michelle haven't reported anything, and she would be the first to put Porsha business out there. Hate, hate on all the Real Housewives of Real House of Women. Laugh out loud. Okay. Nope, not yet, Stacy. We ain't got there yet. It ain't got there yet. So, you know, usually, because y'all know Binge Worthy, he go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the stuff that they be having. He usually goes to them and comes back. Hey, my sweet. Hello, Night Fever. As you guys come in, please hit the thumbs up button, please, and thank you. He usually reports on it and things like that. So I just wanted to know if y'all heard anything about Porsha. Hey, Deborah, my tea sipper. You said the AI channels are going around reporting false stuff. Okay. Hey, Monique, I'm doing fine. How are you? Y'all, have anybody seen Capricorn Flower or either Proud Mimi? I just want to make sure they're okay. Because I haven't been seeing them lately in my chat. I just want to make sure they're okay because I haven't seen Capricorn Flower in a minute. Also, Proud Mimi. I just want to make sure they're all right. Have y'all seen them or All the Tea in China? Who else? I haven't seen them in a minute. Let me know if y'all seen them, but I just want to make sure they're all right. I haven't been seeing them, and I just want to make sure they're okay. Let me know in the chat if y'all seen them anywhere. You said Claudia was reporting. Benjoy, you said it was fake news. Claudia was reporting. Okay. You said Jason has been trying to get Beyonce attention, but he pays her dust. You said, can anybody hear anybody? My phone is toast. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me, because some people are saying they can't hear me. Okay. Y'all can okay. Y'all might want to go out and come back in. Stacy, you might want to go out and come back in. Because my laptop was just doing that. I'm talking to y'all and then I'm looking like, wait a minute here. Because I'm like, what did Porsha, you know, I'm like, what could Porsha have done to go to jail for, unless it got something to do with Simon? That's the only thing I could think that she would go to jail for, or can go to jail for. Something that have to do with Simon. That's the only thing. Something that has to do with Simon. That's the only thing that I can see. Something that has to do with Simon. Because, honey, Simon is trying to take her down. Simon is trying to take her down. You can hear me now, Stacey? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, y'all. So well, we're gonna see if we get any more information about Porsha here. We're gonna see if we get any more information. But some people say, I think Sonia said they said for a ticket or a speeding ticket and her license was suspended. But do you think Porsha would be driving around here and her license is suspended? You said no, she was speeding on a suspended license. Do you think Porsha would be driving around here with a suspended license? Um, Porsha would be driving around here with no suspended license. I don't think so. But hey, people have done weird things before, but oh, it could be. All right, guys, we're gonna stick dart in that for a minute here. Let's get over here to Martell Hotel. Now, the word on the curve is now. Tasha K did say this too. She said that she allegedly seen Martell and Sheree. Now, I said to myself, is that she talking about she seen Martell and Sheree together? But then I looked at the date, and it was like I saw this yesterday that she said she saw Martell and Sheree together. Now, I looked at the date. I'm like, I know Sheree ain't back messing around with Martell, because didn't Sheree man get out of jail? Ain't she with him? Because we haven't been hearing anything about Sheree, because allegedly that man that was in jail, he's home. So nobody has been really seeing her or hearing about her messing with no man, because allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, they said her man was in jail, but now he's home. I forgot what they said the man name was that Sheree was messing around with that was in jail. Let me know in the chat if y'all remember that. You said Simon said his page has been hacked again. Ain't nobody hacked Yoda's page. Ain't nobody hacked Yoda's fucking page. No, Yoda, Yoda, ain't nobody fucking hacked his page. He just wanna, you know what? Porsha make him relevant, because without Porsha, we wouldn't even know who the fuck Yoda was. You know, even when he was with Fallon, he wasn't out here like that. Porsha the one that got Simon popping. If you want to be, you keeping it 100. Now, even with Cynthia Bailey and Peter, people know who Peter was a little bit, but once he got with Cynthia Bailey, she got him to pop it. To me, without them, that one of the housewives, we would never know who you were, sir. Just keeping it real. The same thing with Drew Segura husband, what's his name? Ralph. He always got to say, every time he mentions something about him, Ralph, Drew's husband, Real Housewife of Atlanta. Sir, if you gonna stand alone, why you always got to have Drew name or Real Housewife of Atlanta attached to your shit? Why you just can't say Ralph? Why you got to have formerly Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew Segura husband or ex-husband? Why y'all using their name for clout? Just keeping it real. Simon, without Porsha, you wouldn't be popping. Peter, you wouldn't be popping either like you are right now either. We know you a little bit, but we knew you more when you was with Cynthia Bailey. Just keeping it a buck. Just saying. Just saying. Yanni, the one that was with Nene. We didn't know shit about Yanni until Nene started fucking with him. Just keeping it a buck. So these women got y'all popping. Y'all need them for clout. Just saying. Hey, Cam. You said Tyrone has been home and moved on from Sheree? Tyrone, no, he didn't do Sheree like that. You mean to tell me Sheree, well, I would say she was waiting, but maybe she kept money on his books and he didn't move on from her. That's why I tell women, do not wait for no man that's in no fucking jail. They get out and fuck over you. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't the only one writing him or sending him money or coming to visit. They got other pen pals. 9 times out of 10. You ain't the only one. Look at how Young Thug did Mariah the Scientist. Look how he fucked over her. He had all type of women coming up there, and you know, and they were saying he said he been cheating on her after she done waited for him and everything while he was up there in jail facing that court case. And this is the thing she did. I don't know what she want with him. I'm telling you, it got to be the money. It got to be the money. Young Thug, not even cute. Y'all remember when Young Thug first came out? That man was wearing a skirt. He was allegedly wearing a skirt and over there kissing. They said that I thought the man was G-A-Y, Young Thug. I did. The man, when he first came out with Birdman and them and Lil Wayne them, that man had on a skirt. We thought he was G-A-Y. He said it. Matter of fact, that first song he brought out, Live This Lifestyle, that man was allegedly was talking about he was G-A-Y. And that's why then they start saying he was with women. I mean, flip over there. If y'all remember that song, Live the Lifestyle, Young Thug was allegedly with women. Just saying. You said yes. Sonya Cherie broke up with him. Well, she should have did that while he was in jail. You know what, guys? I don't understand why these nice, successful women go for these broke men that don't got shit. Look at Nicki Minaj. Nice looking woman, got money. What does she want with Kenneth Petty? What does she want with him, y'all? You mean to tell me out of all the people, basketball players, football players, she couldn't find nobody but Kenneth Petty? Now, come on, y'all. The same thing with Cardi B. Out of all the men, well, let me tell you something. We know what Cardi B did in her past, okay? But she has been, I guess, tried to improve and things like that. You don't think she could have found somebody better than Offset or Stephon Diggs? That's all I'm saying. It's so bad out here. Summer Walker said, "The hell with this. I'm going to find me a sugar daddy." And that's what she did. Summer Walker went and found her fucking sugar daddy. She said, "I'm sick of this shit. These men don't want to do right. Okay. All right. I'm going to find me a sugar daddy." Mariah the Science. What does she want with Young Thug? What? What does she want with him? She could get her somebody way better. Now, there are some decent football players and basketball players out here in the world. You know, some decent ones. There's some Russell Wilsons out here. But I don't know. Is it just they want these thugs? I'm just asking for a friend, y'all. Let me know. 63 likes and 74 in the chat. Can we get the likes up, please? And thank you. You said, and Martell story is something Tasha K put out about him and Sheree, which is old. That's all. You think it's old? Okay. So do y'all think Martell is with Ariana? And only Ariana, because y'all remember somebody, the last we heard, he was dating a nurse. Allegedly, they said he was dating a nurse. Now, do y'all think Martell is faithful to Coleslaw now? And that's the one and only? Let me know in the chat. If y'all think that's his one and only Coleslaw. Or is or do y'all think that's all he could get is coleslaw now? Don't nobody else want him? Because it's kind of hard to believe that he's not out here cheating no more. Let me know. Do y'all think that's his one and only now? He gonna be now. He's not gonna cheat. Well, he said he ain't cheated in 5 or 6 years. Do y'all believe that? Let me see. You said he was the one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go back here. You said he was the one that gave Sheree the money to get her home. Okay. Well, if he got some money, so did he just dump Sheree once he got home? She should have stayed with Tyrone. He was the one giving her money to start building that house. That's why she can't pay for it now because Tyrone had cut off the money. Tyrone cut off the money? It's alleged that Sheree has liens on the Calais, and I heard Tyrone was back in jail allegedly. Okay. So what does Sheree do for work now? Does she got some type of business going or something like that? Because I haven't seen her on any shows or anything. What does she do for work? What does she do for work? Because she's not on any shows or anything. So what does she do for work? Sheila Jones, I think that's the only one Martell can get. You think that's the only one? You think they ain't no woman checking for Martell no one? Martell no more? Because there'd be plenty of thoughts on his comments talking about they want him. There'd be plenty of women down there in the chat time if they want him. Isn't coleslaw a nurse? I'm not bothering you. No coleslaw ain't no nurse. And then just say she do. Let's just say allegedly that he paying for her to go to school, and as she graduate, he said she can't be a nurse unless they start her off with $60,000 or $70,000. Now, from my understanding, you got to have some experience to get started off with that amount of money. Now, let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. And he said she cannot work second or third shift. I think that's the only woman Martell can get and keep. I think so too. I don't think no other women checking for him. Deborah said both Michelle and Lakeisha are ridiculous. Both are haters. You think they both hate on Porsha, Deborah? You think they both hate on Porsha? You said Martell is not cheating because these women in the industry don't want his broke ass. I don't think so either. You said Sheree was on Traders? Oh, okay. No. I thought Phaedra was on there and Porsha. I didn't know Sheree was on there. I know Deborah is. Yeah, I think some of these, I think, yes. I think some of these content creators, they do not like Porsha. I don't know why. I don't know if it got something to do with Simon or what have you. But look, I don't think people looking at it from the right angle here. Porsha said that Simon was doing fuck shit. Like he was trying to get her to get in these shell businesses, and she didn't want to do it. She wanted her lawyers to look at him, and he became extremely angry, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Now, just think about if she would have done that, what would have happened? Think about that. What would have happened? You said, yes, Nurse Ratchet. You said, what does Marlo do for work? I don't know. Like, what Marlo and Sheree do for work. I don't see them, like I don't see Cynthia Bailey in a lot of movies. Like I see her in movies like on Tubi, also on Netflix. I see Cynthia Bailey doing a lot of movies. Also Porsha them. They do a lot of movies. Drew Sidora. Drew Sidora is in a lot of movies. Especially on Tubi, she's in a lot of movies. Also, she's on Bounce TV. She's in a sitcom as well. She's on Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, and then she got music going. So Drew Sidora got a lot of stuff going on. I guess Angela is selling houses. And then she got her husband. And then Porsha, she's in a lot of movies and things like that. She got her linen line going at Macy's, her hairline going, and I think hairline going, and then what else? She's going to be on a couple of shows and things like that. So she got income coming in. But these other women, I'm trying to figure out what do they do. And Porsha got a big lump sum for just coming back to Roa. So she got a big lump sum. You said those women might want him, but the type of woman he wants is not giving him a second look. They sure ain't. 67 likes, 52 in the chat. Thank you. You said, yes, I do. Okay. Sheree, wait a minute. Sheree made better decisions on traders than she did in her real everyday life. Okay. Coleslaw couldn't pass the first test. If you don't pass, you have to start the semester over. She couldn't pass the first test? Oh, wow. Okay. He said Sheree was on Traders the second season, and as quick as she came, she was gone. Oh, wow. You said, Linda said Martell ain't faithful to nobody. The same CCs that did not like Porsha before she got with Simon is the same one they say talking about her now. Yep. Here. Oh, you a new grad nurse will not start off getting paid what Martell is expecting. Well, he said if she can't make that type of money, she can't work. He said because they got to make sense. Now, I don't understand why women let men decide what they can and cannot do. He act like she one of his kids to me. He tell her what she can and cannot do. Oh, if the money don't make sense, then she can't do it. Oh, she can't work third shift. She got kids she got to tend to. What do you do, sir? Why you can't tend to the kids? And honey, quiet as kept. How you a kept woman and this man can't even get you a fucking vehicle? Let's just start with that. I'm praying that everything go Mel's way October the 15th. I really pray that Melody can get out of Huntsville. I do. I'm praying that she can get out of Huntsville, y'all. I'm praying that she can go on and get out of Huntsville because so she don't have to fly all the time. So I'm praying that she can go on and get up out of there. You know, sometimes your mental health, baby, you be needing that. You do. You be needing that for your mental. Yeah, because he said he make more money than the doctors. I'd like to know about that. And one thing, guys, I'm gonna say it again. I did not know Tisha from Bell Collection is the one that pitched the show to Carlos King. So you know her and Glenn get paid more. They get paid for own. Because if they the one pitched the show, they gonna get paid more money than the other people do. Just like Melanie and Martell was. So her and Glenn are getting paid more money than the other people on the show because Tisha's the one that from Bell Collective is the one that pitched the Bell Collection to Carlos King. I hope to be going through the internet about an hour ago. I happened to be going to the internet. I'm sorry, I happened to be going through the internet about an hour ago, and the CC talks about Mel like a dog only because she just don't like her. But instead of her just saying that, she uses other reasons. Really? You know, that's so sad. That is so sad. You said I'm sick of hearing about their peasantship. Yeah. But I believe that it's been going, I think that these women have found out that Melody was a breadwinner in their relationship and that he really don't have anything to offer them and offer women Martell. And I think women are like, no, nope. And then just think about it. Any woman that he get with, they don't. You think they want to deal with coleslaw? I think coleslaw be running over to these people's house. I think she'll be trying to call the woman. She will act a donkey because she the type of woman that for my man, she felt like she did all this stuff. She's been disgraced by him, and for him to leave her and go with another woman, she ain't gonna let it ride. She's not gonna let that happen. She not gonna let him just up and leave her like that and go be with another woman because she done been through too much for him. Her, you know, she done been through too much with him. She not gonna let him just go like that. 72 likes and 64 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, she said she pitched the show to Carlos when Bell Collective first came on. They just want clicks and views. Yeah, but I don't know. You know, Mel is a very, very, very sweet lady. Very. I am so waiting for BravoCon for November. I'm so ready to go. Y'all gonna be getting a lot of content from BravoCon because BravoCon is 3 days. So this is going to be my first time going to BravoCon this year. So make sure y'all got your notifications on because y'all going to be getting BravoCon all 3 days. All 3 days, y'all going to be getting BravoCon. So we're going to be there for quite a long time at BravoCon. I'm so excited. I want to bring you guys some new content and things like that. So you guys are going to get to see BravoCon. Y'all will see BravoCon, and then I think for my members, I might do the Andy Cohen show for my members because I'm going to the Andy Cohen show too. So for my So for Andy Cohen, I might do that for my members to go to the Andy Cohen show, and that's 2 or 3 days, I think, 2 or 3 days. So I might just do one or the other, um, one or one or the other. So we'll see. What else? Um, so we got a lot of stuff that's going back to back, or what have you. Um, and I'm trying to get stuff going on with my nonprofit organization. And I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get my new channel to go on over there. So I was just waiting to end this month, and then I'm going to start over there as well. Um, but yeah, I'm going to be doing that over there so I can get my 1,000 subscribers over there and get monetized on that channel as well. So it's like either a give or take. Maybe I'll just do some live content over here, and then over my other channel, start doing lives and stuff like that to get my 1,000 subscribers and to get monetized over there on that channel too. And that will really help me with my mental. So make sure you guys are sharing the live, and make sure you guys subscribe to Drop the T 2.0. Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. So that's the blogging channel about my life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. A lot. A lot. So I'm going to start off next month over there blogging about that. But hopefully I can get my 1,000 subscribers over there. And I think it's either or 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, I think, or something like that. 1,000 watch hours, I got to see. But yes, guys, please make sure you guys, if you have not subscribed to my other channel, Drop the T 2.0, please subscribe to that channel as well. I got to get that one monetized as well. So that's my next thing I want to do. I want to get that channel monetized. So I'm going to try to do both, to be on both of them. But this channel, I will be on here. And then my blogging channel, maybe I will do content over there 3 days a week, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we're going to see. You said, yes, old hotel is stuck with coleslaw. I think so too. I don't think no woman want him unless he magically bounced back. But I think that's why he's trying to get, be back friends with the Scots to see if they can help him bounce back, as far as, he always told me he'd like to build houses, and Marcel does that. So some people are saying that he got, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, that he got some type of still some type of stock or something in Scout, but I don't know how true that is. That's all alleged. Somebody said he still got some type of stake into Scout, but I don't think that's true. That's all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I heard that he sold it to the Scots. And so he don't have any stakes in it anymore. So that's what I heard. But you know how things go back and forth. So everything on this channel is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Hey, Valerie Jones. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. I know, but you have to be a jealous person to just talk and say things about another woman that you know is not true, whether if you like the woman or not. Right. The sad thing about it, most people who don't like male can't give a good reason why. That's good right there, Cam. When you ask people why they don't like male, they cannot come up with nothing to say why they don't like her. That's what I am saying. All right, guys. So let's get into Jason Lee, guys. We're gonna get into Jason Lee. Let's get into Jason Lee, where he allegedly is saying that uh, that he has this information on Beyonce. Allegedly. So we're gonna get into it with Jason Lee here. And then I want to hear y'all opinion. We're gonna get into this with Jason Lee. Jason Lee allegedly and for entertainment purposes only blackmailed Beyonce with receipts, abused Beyonce is scared. Allegedly. This is all alleged. Let me know if y'all heard this before with Jason Lee and Beyonce. Let me know if y'all heard about this. Because this is my first time hearing that he keep talking about he got something on Beyonce. So let's see what he's saying about what he got on her. Let's see what he says.
Those Beyonce's dirty secrets.
Receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry game.
Jason Lee must have some very damaging tea on Beyonce because he just blackmailed her in front of everybody and gave her the ultimate ultimatum. He's threatening to reveal some dirty secrets about her that could possibly destroy her entire career. Jason claimed Beyonce didn't honor him by inviting him to her Renaissance movie premiere, even though he spent over $40,000 on her tour tickets. He said if Kelly Rowland doesn't come on his show for an interview, he's going to reveal some very damaging information about Beyonce. Now, I don't know where exactly Jason Lee got the guts to come for Queen Bee like this, but he better have those receipts ready because we all know it never ends well for people who come for Beyonce. So all of this started after Jason got in his feelings because Beyonce didn't invite him to her Renaissance movie premiere. According to him, he and Beyonce have been friends for quite some time now, so he was very disappointed when she didn't invite him to her film premiere. He revealed he spent over $40,000 in Renaissance concert tickets and other merch for his friends and family, but Beyonce still didn't bother to invite him and had no problem inviting other influencers who barely even supported her.
I think optically, when you don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold, I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more.
Wait a minute. Did Jason Lee just threaten to expose Beyonce's?
Now, do y'all think? Now, y'all, if y'all old school, like I'm born in '74, do y'all remember when Beyonce was allegedly and for entertainment purposes only messing around with Pimp C? Do y'all remember that? Let me know in the chat. And allegedly, there was a tape, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. And someone supposedly had that tape, allegedly. And I think they trying to say Jason Lee knows something about the tape, allegedly. And when I had to grab my pearls when they say Beyonce messed with Pimp C. I was like, what? Beyonce and Pimp C? Well, God rest his soul, y'all know Pimp C is no longer with us. You know, he's gone on to glory. I hope. I hope he's gone on to glory. But yeah, they said she was messing with Pimp C. Y'all know who Pimp C is with the one spur on, baby. Oh no. Mm-mm. Now, do y'all think that he knows something about? Do y'all think he knows something about that Pimp C tape and Beyonce? Just saying. Because y'all know what happened. Y'all know Gene is no longer here either. What happened to Gene, y'all? Y'all know Gene, the bodyguard. Pimp C and Gene allegedly they not here. They go in the glory. Do y'all know what happened to Gene and Pimp C? Yeah, Beyonce used to date Pimp C. And allegedly there was a tape. Let me know in the chat if y'all remember that. Allegedly there was supposed to be a tape. Allegedly. It's saying allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Pimp C is no longer here to tell the tale. And Gene, the bodyguard, he was making threats talking about that Jay-Z and Beyonce took something of his. And next thing I know, I ain't seen, I think his name was Gene. Ain't that the bodyguard name? Yeah, Pimp C, yeah. That's what the word on the curve is, that she used to mess with Pimp C back in the day. This was back in the day when she wasn't that popular. She Allegedly, used to mess with Pimp C. Just saying, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. I've been heard that, and you know the rumors and things like that, and they were saying that allegedly there's a tape, and y'all remember the bodyguard Gene? He said he knew a lot of other stuff, and he said that Beyonce and Jay Z took something of his, and if he don't get it back, he gonna release some stuff. And next thing I know, they said he had went to go meet Glory. Next thing I know, when they kept on talking about that Pimp C tape with Beyonce, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, um, Pimp C was gone. Now they, you know, if these people have some type of illness, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, they'll try to blame it on that. Allegedly. But people that know Pimp C said really wasn't nothing wrong with him. And they're no longer here. The same thing with Aaliyah. Jay-Z went with Aaliyah first, and then allegedly Damon Dash took her, or however you want to put it. And let me just tell y'all, I believe if Aaliyah was still here, she would have been popping probably more than Beyonce. If Aaliyah would have lived to tell the tale, she would have been popping. Aaliyah was getting all type of movie deals in her peak. She was getting movie deals and everything. Aaliyah would have been, she would have been probably bigger than Beyonce to me, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Now, I've just been, how the conspiracy theories think that, things happen with the little plane. There's been some things, some people, now everybody knows. I hope everybody knows this. Sometimes people have to be taken out so other people can make it and be famous. I hope y'all know that. Sometimes, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. And allegedly, they were saying that Aaliyah had to go. Allegedly. Just saying. And then when people try to get too big and buy things, like Michael Jackson wanted to buy, was it Sony, I think? And Prince was trying to buy something, and they magically, they took too many rugs or took too many this and that. All of a sudden, they took too much of something. Okay. Now, Prince was on some. Prince usually, from my recognition, Prince did not like rugs at all. He got stage fright. We know that. Now, if they would have said he took something before he went on stage, I would have believed that. But why would he take something in his home where he's safe at, where he's always at? And people said he probably would see Prince sometime riding his bike. Yes, he rode his bike a lot around his mansion. But why would he have stage fright if he in his own home? Apparently, the maid found him in the elevator. Just saying, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Now, things get funny. Like they said, Jermaine Dupri, he was down there at the Social Security building. Not Jermaine Dupri, Jermaine Jackson. Y'all know the one that got the Beijing and shit in his hair? He done dyed his hair and shit. They said he was down there at the Social Security building. I don't know what he was doing down there, but they said he's down there. Now, if he owes some benefits, hey, go down there about your benefits. I want it all. If I was working and I got Social Security benefits, I need that. He's of age. But he keep his hair jet black. But I don't know what type of dye Jermaine Jackson used, but that's some good dye. They say it's Beijing, allegedly. Maybe that's what he's using, because you never see any gray hair and Jermaine Jackson here. You don't see nothing. It's pure black. Just saying. Allegedly. And they make sure they keep their foundation on point. You see Donald Trump, I think people don't even know what, excuse me, again, scratch that. The orange man. Sorry, YouTube. They don't even know what color foundation to put on the orange man, because I don't think there's nothing to go with his skin tone. So they just do the best they can. They try to do the best they can with covering up. I don't think there's no makeup for him. Be so pale looking. What what are they gonna put on him? They tried to do their best. And y'all know he got the best of the best, but it ain't working out, guys. He comes out here orange sometime. Sometime he come out here tan like he from a different nationality. So we don't know what color he is, sometimes. Just saying. Just saying. You say I'm sorry, but Beyonce doesn't have an original bone in her body. Well, I'm telling y'all let me know. If, let me tell y'all something, baby. Aaliyah was a bad girl, baby. Aaliyah could dance her ass off and sing. Baby, if Aaliyah was still alive, the game would be changed, baby. Beyonce allegedly wouldn't be where she at. Just saying. No, the other one. Is his name? Y'all remember Beyonce bodyguard, the one was putting all the tea out about Beyonce? What is that man's name? I thought it was Gene, but maybe it's not Gene. What is that bodyguard that was putting all the tea out? Beyonce old bodyguard that was putting all of the tea out about Jay-Z and Beyonce. That man is no longer here. Wait a minute. You said, and Jay Prince has a copy, allegedly. That's what I'm telling y'all. People, but this is the thing. But ain't nobody released it. Allegedly, Pimp C said if something happened to him, he didn't put that tape somewhere where if something happened to him, it's supposed to go out. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. That's what they say Pimp C said. If something happened to me, somebody else know where to tape at and to put it out. But to this day, nobody still hasn't put it out. Now, y'all say Jay Prince has a copy of the tape, allegedly. Okay, Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah and she didn't want him. No, she wanted Damon Dash, baby. And allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, that's why Aaliyah did not want to get in that plane, they said. They gave her some type of medication and they carried her on the plane. Allegedly. I know where I was at and everything when they came across that Aaliyah had passed away. Yes, ma'am. Aaliyah was saying she did not want to get on that plane. She didn't feel right. They gave her some type of medication and allegedly they carried her on the plane. Allegedly. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Now y'all know Aaliyah was what, 24 or 23 when she passed away. And y'all know Damon Dash and Jay-Z, they way older than her. She's a baby to them. But she was in love with Damon Dash. And then his wife had the audacity, guys. Damon Dash's wife or Beyonce, whatever she is. I know he's still in love with her, but she comes and guides me how to take care of Damon. What? Who guides you, lady? She said she can feel Aaliyah around them. And she guides her of how to take care of him and what to do for him. I said, wow. That's what Damon Dash, either it's a girlfriend or fiance or wife. That's what she said. Because Damon Dash makes it no secret. He keeps talking about him even before his teeth fell out. He talks about Aaliyah. He said that's his true love. Just saying. If you in love with somebody else and you said that was your true love or what have you, do you think you should be out here dating somebody else? Just saying. Well, y'all know Jay Prince and Junior and Jay Prince Senior. I don't doubt it if they got a copy of it. I don't doubt it. I don't put nothing past them, baby. $91 likes and 74 in the chat. Thank you, Linda. I'm sorry, but Beyonce doesn't have a original bone in her body. Aaliyah was first. You right about that, baby. If Aaliyah was still here, it'll be going down. Oh, you have a blessed night too, Linda. Thank you so much for coming over and modding my channel for me. Beijing, they got some in their hair because their hair don't turn gray at all. I know Beijing is a very good dye. They hear you got gray in your hair, use that Beijing, baby. You ain't got to worry about nothing. They got the rinse kind and they got the semi-permanent. So I don't know if he got extra strength. You said Jason is a narc. You said don't take it personally. Take the beautiful with the sweet. Oh, I do. Rumor had it that they sabotaged Carrie Hilson's career for B. Hope not. It's been said that that's the word on the curve because y'all know Carrie Hilson was a writer at first. She wrote a lot of people music. Then when she decided to come out and sing and write for herself and things like that, something happened between Beyonce and Carrie Hilson, and Carrie Hilson ain't been popping ever since. I don't know what happened, but something happened. That is alleged about Chad Butler, also known as Pimp C. Yes, all that is everything on my channel is alleged and for entertainment purposes, guys. All right, ADR, thank you so much for coming in and checking in and hitting the thumbs up. Thank you so much. You have a good night. Wasn't she married to R. Kelly at one point? Who? Who was married to R. Kelly? Me too. Jay-Z and Damon wanted Aaliyah. Yeah, they did. Hello, beautiful eyes, love. You said that's why none of his relationships work. Who is that? Damon Dash? The industry is evil, allegedly. Yes. Damon Dash, I think Aaliyah was his true love. That's why I don't think I think it was Beautiful Eyes Love said he can't get it. He can't get over Aaliyah. Hey, he can't get over her. And allegedly, allegedly, but they had proof that Aaliyah was married to R. Kelly. Just saying, but I'm gonna say allegedly. Allegedly. And allegedly they said that she was pregnant by him and they did something with the baby. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if it was a bead or what happened, but something happened. Something happened, y'all. Let's get over to Cardi B, y'all. Her and Nicki Minaj. So we're going to put a pin in that for now. Now, Cardi B is going to be in the Guinness Book of World Record. And we know Nicki Minaj do not like that baby. I don't know which Nicki Minaj you're talking to right now, because y'all know she has an alter ego. So when she starts talking in that other voice, I just turn it. I don't want to hear it. But she's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. So let's take a look at that. So let's see, guys. Cardi is on the move, baby.
Let me just start it off right here. Cardi B's new album has just broken the Guinness Book of World Records. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check this out. Take a look at this right here and read it yourself. Cardi B sets the Guinness World Record for the most drone deliveries in 1 hour with her new album, Am I the Drama? It's being delivered via drone by Walmart. Have a listen to this.
I can't even believe this. My fans been getting my album from drones. My album has been literally flying off the shelf from Walmart.
It's been a while since Cardi B has dropped an album, and this album has just come out. And let me tell you something right now, it is firing on all cylinders. Specifically, the track called Dead, featuring Summer Walker, has now made it to
Now, guys, how good, how magnificent is that the drones are, now y'all heard about Walmart with the drones, right? They're delivering packages for Walmart. That's a way for them not to pay nobody. They get the damn drones to do it. They ain't got to pay no workers to deliver, right? So the drones are delivering Cardi B's CD to people. And it gets there faster. The most delivered in an hour. How genius is that? Guinness Book of World Records? Wow, baby. I bet you Cardi. Oh, I bet you Nicki Minaj over there having a damn fit, y'all. But I digress.
#1 already on the US Apple Music charts. The album also has a track on there featuring Selena Gomez. And the album does not disappoint. It is in true Cardi B form. So they're already saying that this album is platinum. And you already saw how many units are being moved out of Walmart via drone that it also broke a Guinness World Record. So like myself, many of her fans have been waiting for this album to drop. And now that it's here, she has not disappointed. So let me know your thoughts in the comments if you're going to download it, if you've already streamed it and checked it out. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. Let me just start it off right here. Cardi B's new album has just broken the Guinness Book of World Records. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check this out. Take a look at this right here and read it yourself. Cardi B sets the Guinness World Record for the most drone deliveries in 1 hour with her new album, Am I the Drama? It's being delivered via drone by Walmart. Have a listen to this.
I can't even believe this. My fans been getting my album from drones. My album has been literally flying off the shelf from Walmart.
It's been a while since Cardi B has dropped an album, and this album has just come out. And let me tell you something right now, it is firing on all cylinders. Specifically, the track called Dead, featuring Summer Walker, has now made it to #1 already on the US Apple Music charts. The album also has a track on there featuring Selena Gomez. And the album does not disappoint. It is in true Cardi B form. So they're already saying that this album is platinum. And you already saw how many units are being moved out of Walmart via drone that it also broke a Guinness World Record. So like myself, many of her fans have been waiting for this album to drop. And now that it's here, she has not disappointed. So let me know your thoughts in the comments if you're going to download it, if you've already streamed it and checked it out. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Now, how do y'all feel about Cardi's record? Hey, Miss Z. Aaliyah was married to Kelly. There was a marriage license. The marriage was annulled by her parents since she was underage. Yes, but I just said allegedly, even though we know it's a marriage license. It was annulled, yes. And allegedly, there was supposed to be, allegedly, a baby. Allegedly. Excuse me. You said I got the whole album on YouTube. Okay, Deidre. I hate when the Wonder Bread talk about our culture. Yes. And Easy Martin 01. Sheila, that's that. I was saying your name wrong. I hope I'm saying it right. And Easy Martin 01. And Ease Martin 01. I hope I'm saying it right. Cardi album is good. Think about this. It's being delivered by drones. They trying to use these drone things for everything. They said she had the most albums delivered by drone. The drones are delivering the album to people. So if you got them drones up in the air delivering a package from Walmart, which is her album, and the most in 1 hour, that is fantastic. NE's, you said NE's Martin 01. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that is amazing that she could have those drones doing that. I think Walmart is doing that because they don't want to pay nobody to deliver. So what better way? You can have the drones deliver it, and it's just the album, put their little claw things through that little box and just deliver it. Just saying. That's, they don't want to pay nobody. So we're going to have a little thing that we're gonna no, I don't. Wait a minute. I want to. I do want to use this right here. Where is she at? Where is the coach at? Give me 1 second here. Okay, I like this, guys, and I want to share it with my channel. Coach Stormy tells you how to land a high-valued man. So let's just listen to what she say, and let me know in the chat if y'all agree with it. I like it. I like her saying here, so let me know if y'all agree with it. Let me know in the chat if y'all agree with it.
Number one, I call it Chris. Every woman should want a man that has Chris. CHRIS. Credit.
Credit.
Credit. He should have some type of health routine, something he does help for his health, not just physical health, but physical health is one, and mental health. Look at him. Look at that man. If that man does not have a certain type of routine when it comes to mental and physical health, you are in a situation that's going to be a very disastrous situation. The third thing is real estate. Nowadays, you got to make sure a man got somewhere to stay. Is that his place? Is he renting it? Is it in his name? Is it his brother's house? Is it his homeboy's house? Is he spending the night over your house a little bit too much because he really ain't got nowhere to stay? These men don't be having no house. So let's find out, do he have some kind of real estate? And I'm talking about, it could be an apartment.
Yeah.
Whose name is it in?
Yeah.
Is it in a real apartment? Is it one of, it's crazy.
So no roommates.
No. So that then let me finish. I is, and this is for me. And if you're a mature woman, if you are a high valued woman that has plans and visions, you cannot be tying up. I did it for many years. I'm trying to teach people not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the I is investments. You must have a way that you can make some money online. That has to always report to somewhere. You have to be able to, if I want to stay in the house this day or travel this day, can you go? I don't need you telling me you got to call off or you got to open. I want a man that has investments, that has a diversified portfolio, that makes money digitally. And then the S is support. Yeah. I've learned that a lot of men don't have no brothers, no homeboys, no mentors, no coaches, no pastor, nobody that they talk to that they could get advice from. And so those are the things a woman should look for in a man as a basis, the base foundation of things before they even date him. Number one, I call it Chris. Every woman should want a man that has Chris.
How do y'all feel about Coach Stormy said everybody should want a man that's Chris? That's credit, health, credit, health. What's the R4? Wait a minute. What's the R4? Is it resources or something? I think resources. No, real estate. Real estate. So credit, health, real estate. I is investment, and S is, what did she say S was for? What was the S for? Stability? Let me see. Do y'all agree, or do y'all agree with this, or is it cap?
CHRIS. Credit.
Credit.
Credit. He should have some type of health routine, something he does help for his health, not just physical health, but physical health is one, and mental health. Look at him. Look at that man. If that man does not have a certain type of routine when it comes to mental and physical health, you are in a situation that's going to be a very disastrous situation. The third thing is real estate. Nowadays, you got to make sure a man got somewhere to stay. Is that his place? Is he renting it? Is it in his name? Is it his brother's house? Is it his homeboy's house? Is he spending the night over your house a little bit too much because he really ain't got nowhere to stay? These men don't be having no house. So let's find out, do he have some kind of real estate? And I'm talking about, it could be an apartment.
Yeah.
Whose name is it in?
Yeah.
Is it in a real apartment? Is it one of, it's crazy.
So no roommates.
No. So that then let me finish. I is, and this is for me. And if you're a mature woman, if you are a high valued woman that has plans and visions, you cannot be tying up. I did it for many years. I'm trying to teach people not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the I is investments. You must have a way that you can make some money online.
So is this cap, or do y'all agree with this? Do y'all think that the Chris method works? Would you be comfortable with asking a man, does he have his own apartment? Is the apartment in his name, or do you rent? Do you own? Or do you have a roommate? Would you be comfortable with asking somebody that? Would you be comfortable asking somebody, do they got investments? Would you be comfortable with asking somebody, what do they do for their mental health every day? Do you work out? Do you seek counseling? Do you got homeboys that you can call, or a pastor, or people that you can call and, in crisis, or just to talk to, a coach? Would you feel comfortable asking it could be man or woman, would you feel comfortable asking them these questions? Leave it in the chat. Let me know. The Chris program. Let me know. Do you agree, or is it cap? Let me know.
I don't want a man that has to always report to somewhere. You have to be able to, if I want to stay in the house this day or travel this day, can you go? I don't need you telling me you got to call off or you got to open. I want a man that has investments, that has a diversified portfolio, that makes money digitally. And then the S is support.
Yeah.
I've learned that a lot of men don't have no brothers,
okay,
no
that's
home.
Support. The S is for support. Okay, how do y'all feel about this? It's given delusional, okay. Oh, Chris, yes, he has to have real estate. Okay. All right. Rena Bass says bullseye, Chris, is what she said. Okay. Drones now, so a lot have delivered. I've seen one where I live. I could not believe it was making a delivery. Yes, they're making deliveries, guys. You said credit, health, mental, and physical, real estate investments, or she said she is looking for a man with these qualities. Now, what is she bringing to the table? She said she has these qualities too, Deborah. She said she has these qualities too. And would both need to be bringing something to the table. Now, I think, okay, so let's start off with, because I just said two things at once. I'm going a little bit too fast. Okay, let's start off with CARDI. Let's get that one. So with CARDI, how do y'all feel about her being in the Guinness Book of World Records? Let me know how y'all feel about that. Yeah, and then how y'all feel about the drones now with Walmart. And then I can't remember the song with the D. I can't. Do y'all remember that song? They said it's #1 on Apple. Let me know. Deidre said, good luck. Okay. So what do y'all think about CARDI? Do y'all think that's why Nikki's trying to come out and steal some of her shine? Because they said her album is doing so good. And CARDI's been working her ass off since she's been pregnant. She's been performing. She's been at record stores. And, it's hard to find record stores nowadays, I used to love that we had, in our malls and stuff back in my era, the record stores and stuff like that we could go into. Also, we could rent like movies and stuff like at a Blockbuster and things like that. We had record stores that we could go into and get records or DVDs and stuff. I miss that. I do. You can hang out in there, meet people and stuff. I miss our record stores, our DVD stores. I do. I really, really miss that. I miss the payphone. I miss stuff like that. That was my childhood. The payphone and stuff. Make sure you keep a 25 cent or 35 cent in your pocket so you can call home and stuff like that. And hanging out at the mall with your friends and things like that. That was a thing to do on the weekend. Get dropped off at the mall and hang out and go to the food court and eat and stuff. Go to the record store and get the latest either. Now, I've been around when it was albums out, when it was cassette tapes. I had a Walkman. I had a stereo system where I had to buy albums. So I've been around for all that. Cassette tape. I remember recording stuff off the radio, the Quiet Storm at night. So I really, really miss all of that. That was just the best. The 80s and 90s and things like that. I miss that so bad. I loved it getting off. Cardi got everyone mad. Okay, yeah. And happy for Cardi. She took a lot of hard work and focus. I'm happy for Cardi B, but her and Nicki are still going back and forth. Now they are talking about each other kids. Now, these are two grown women. Why y'all got to be talking? They both of them got beautiful kids. So what the hell y'all talking about each other kids for? Y'all got beautiful kids. Beautiful kids. Nicki's son is beautiful. Cardi kids are beautiful. They too old for this. They are too old for this. Now, I will admit, I think Nicki started it. You know, sometimes people are allegedly for entertainment purposes, they can't be all there. You know, some people are narcissists. People think it's just men that are narcissists. You got narcissist women. Okay? You got narcissist women. Just saying. Hey, my tea sipper, Lisa. Hello, hello, hello. You remember taping off the radio to Spectations? Yes. Baby, I miss my childhood. We used to have so much fun. I used to ride my bikes. I used to have like a lemon that I used to have on my ankle. I used to, spin it around and jump over it. I had jacks. I used to roll up and down the street on roller skates. I'd ride my bike and stuff. We used to go to the library. We used to go ride up to McDonald's, the Burger King, get food and ice cream on our bikes. We had just the best childhood. Oh my God. Just the best. We used to I used to get shirts made. Like if we go to a concert, me and my sister, whatever the concert is, we'd get stuff put on the back of our shirts and stuff. We used to have just the greatest time. We had the first Nintendo Mario Brothers Duck Hunt and the running pad. Yes, I remember that. Nintendo, yes. What about Atari? We had Atari too. We had Atari. Oh, my Donkey Kong, all that. Oh my goodness. I wish my kids could have experienced our childhood. They wouldn't know. We wasn't in the house, so we didn't have no damn computer. We had no iPad, no phone. Nothing. You had the damn house phone. And you got 15 minutes. 15 minutes up, and brother and sister like, it's my turn to use the phone. It was. I used to be angry back then, but now it's funny to me. We had the house phone. We got like 10 or 15 minutes and things like that on the phone. I think about it now. I miss those days, but we had a good time. And we had, it wasn't cable. We had the first cable we had in here was called Select TV, and you didn't have that many channels. And if you had cable, people thought you was rich because a lot of people didn't have cable, which was we had Select TV. That's what it was called when I was growing up. Yeah. And some TVs didn't have more controls. You had to turn them with your hand. The kids was the more control. Just saying. Nikki is trying to say Blossom is not Offset, but he is always loving on that baby and showing her on the internet. Why she said it? Because she's darker than the other kids. You could have one baby like that. It'll be darker. Offset is dark. Just said Offset is dark. So why can't one of the kids come out dark? Offset is dark. Offset by other baby mamas, he has a dark-skinned child. Just saying. It's keep it real. Kids are off limits. Yes. In the South, we went skating every weekend. Yes. And then to the movies. Yes, Deidre. Yes, I love going to the skating ring. Yes. I wish these kids would do that. We didn't have no, y'all know if y'all go to the skating ring now, they got walkers, right? They got walkers for the kids who can't skate. We didn't have no damn walkers. You just fell down, you get your ass back up. If we didn't have no damn walkers that skating, you fall down, you got to try your best not to fall down. But if you do, you just get your ass back up, and you be embarrassed for a minute, but you get your ass up and keep skating. They got all these damn walkers for these kids now at the skating rink. My daughter and my niece had one at first, and then me and my sister got on them skates and started taking off. And they was on walkers. Come on, how y'all learn to skate? I said, because we 80s and 90s kids, we was going up and down the street skating. And so me and my sister, we get on them skates, we be gone. So then eventually they caught on to it and they know how to skate now. But look, y'all don't know how to skate. Y'all hold on to the walker until y'all get it. Shit, me and my sister was going around that thing, we cruising. Love Nintendo. Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Hey. Yeah. These kids have never know what they missing, y'all. Okay. So, how do y'all feel about the Chris room? Do y'all think it's reasonable? Do y'all think it's do you think it's okay to, on a first date? Do you think it's okay to ask a man about their living situation? Y'all think it's okay to do that? To ask a man about their living situation? Or would you be embarrassed to ask a man about their living situation? Because she want to know if the apartment is in his name, or is it in his mama name, or what's the deal here? What's the deal? If they got a roommate or something. But I think if you in your late 40s and 50s, you shouldn't have no roommate. If you ain't got no condo or apartment or own your house, why do you got a roommate? Did something happen? I'm trying not to judge. Did something happen, or what's the problem? You can't afford your own place. I would ask. Just me. Car. Is that a deal breaker for you if a man don't have no car? Let me know. Is that a deal breaker? Let me know. Do you want a man that works out and works out every day, or works out maybe two or three times a week? Do you want a man that checks on his mental health? I think all men and women should have some type of counselor, or maybe a pastor, somebody they can talk to, friend or somebody that's not judgmental, and that just tells you the truth when you need to hear it. And I think that's good for your mental. What do y'all think about that? Hey, who said that? My tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all, we used to watch Friday night videos, and if we wanted to see a movie, we went to Blockbusters. Yes. And then, girl, we used to have a newspaper looking at the cartoons in the newspaper. I miss all of that, y'all. I do. Looking at the cartoons in the newspaper. And then you go on Saturday, Saturday mornings, the cartoons come on Saturday morning. Get you a bowl of cereal. And then, girl, my mom used to turn that radio on and start cleaning. Every Saturday morning, she'd be cleaning. That old school music or some blues, she'd be up cleaning. He said, I think it's okay to ask his living situation, but she said she did not want him if he has a roommate. Now, but I'm a big age, right? Now, I would say it all depends. What is the reason you got a roommate? Like, what is the reason you got a roommate? I would want to know. I think it's okay. It depends. Sheila Jones said, I think it's okay. It depends on the level of interest. And yes, he has to have a car. He has to match what I bring. Okay. Both a little. Okay. Now, a man for me has to have a car. It do not have to be an expensive car, but he needs a car. Okay. They were talking about Stormy Stormy on TikTok saying she does. Yes, they said she does witchcraft. I was talking about that, Tanya. Yes, those were the times I remember Radio Shack too. Yes, Radio Shack, yes, Radio Shack. Man, these kids just don't know. We used to have a good time. They give us a couple dollars, and then we go to the mall. Baby, we were set. We go to that mall, we walk up and down, and you meet little boys and stuff in there. Just saying. Give us a couple dollars, we good. Else, we had a record store here called Sam Goody. We had a record store here called Sam Goody. We would be hanging out up in there. You know, we would be at the food court hanging out, movies hanging out. We used to have a good time. Oh my God. But, you know, the times were, like, I do say this, guys. I believe somebody, this world we live in right now, I believe somebody said it here because I don't remember this world. We used to be able to ride our bikes up and down the street. We didn't have to worry about all these, you know, it was power, but not as much as it is now. We used to be able to ride our bikes and stuff, you know, but we had to be home when the street lights came on. Even though me and my sister, we did come home when the street lights came on, but I told y'all we would put a knife in the door, then we would jump out the window and stay out later until, you know, she's still with my brother. The people across the street told my brother, you know, your little sister them jumping out the window. And then my brother told on us, so then they nailed down our window. So we couldn't jump back out there anymore. Yeah. Well, we used to get out the window, y'all. Yeah. Yes, every Saturday morning we listen to music and wash walls, clean cabinets out and stuff. Yes, there we go. It depends on your age now. And at my age, no man my age should have a roommate. That's what I'm talking about. No roommate. At our age, at our old age, he needs a car. Okay. Now, what if he's between cars? You know, maybe his car is out of fix, or if his car got, you know, he don't have a car right now. Yeah, so you know, just saying, you know, some men want, you know, you to pick them up. Now, in this day and age, would you let a man pick you up from your house, or would you meet him at wherever y'all going? In this time we live in right now, do y'all think it's a good idea if you dating to give a man your address to pick you up for a date? Me, that's a no. Hell no. I can meet you there, I can Uber there, whatever. No, you need to know where the fuck I live at. Allegedly. You know, just saying. Some women are still doing that in the 2000s. They are 2025. They're having people they meet pick them up from their home, and I think that's very dangerous. What if shit don't work out on the date? He can leave your ass there, or if stuff don't work out on the date, the man can start stalking you. Anything. Why are you having people pick you up on the date? Now, back in my day, like I said, I'm a 70s child. I did used to do that. Yeah. But in this day and age now, hell no. Hell no. No, the fuck I live at. No, man. No. Not where we live at now. I don't know this world. But I didn't grow up in this type of world right here. It's dangerous for you to let somebody pick you up in your house for a date. You either Uber there or you meet the man there. You don't let nobody come to your house and pick you up. And then another thing you do after the date, you go down different streets you wouldn't go down to make sure the motherfucker ain't following you back to your damn house. That's another thing. Keep your eye on that rearview mirror to make sure he ain't trying to find out where you live at and shit. Keep going down different streets and shit. So that, don't be trying to find out where the fuck you live at. Because men will do that. Just saying. We used to have a candy lady when we stayed at every day before school. We all went there. 25-cent Debbie cakes. Yes, we did too, Deidre. Yes. No, drop the T. He needs a car. Now, if he is too old to drive, then he is too old to be dating. Okay. All right. And then, okay. Okay, Deborah. And Sheila Joe said, no, I will meet you there. No, I will meet you there. Okay. Okay, we grown up playing Red Rover. Come over. Yes. Yes, y'all. Yes, Deidre. I would not let a guy pick me up at my house these days, but back in my day, a guy should respect you when he come and pick you up. Yeah, back in the day they could come pick you up, but nowadays, hell no, not these crazy people. No, 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 not in this day and age you live in right now. You cannot have no man come and pick you up. That would be the respectful thing for them to open up the door and stuff for you. They might bring you some roses or candy. Oh hell no! If you got some roses or candy, when we get to the restaurant where we go, and you give it to me then. You know what the fuck I live at. No ma'am. Get up Saturday morning, watch the Smurfs, the Soul Train, and clean up. There you go, expectations. Yes. Juju, are we neighbors? Laugh out loud. You are reminding me of so many memories. Girl, yes. You know, we had a good childhood. The 70s and the 60s kids, some of the 80s, but I say the 60s and the 70s are better. You know, we just had, you know, a good time. I miss those payphones though. I do. I miss the payphones and stuff like that. I do. And you know, a lot of malls and stuff, you know, and well, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, they tore down a lot of malls. A lot of people don't like going to the malls now, but we do still have some. And but the kids are so disrespectful and bad now. They want a parent to come in the mall with the kids. You cannot be in the mall without a parent because we've had incidents where people were stealing the clothes. They would come to the mall and fight. They were getting up on top of the tables in the food court, dancing and twerking. So you can't come to the mall without someone 21 and older now. You said not on the first, second, or third date, maybe down the line. It's for safety and privacy reason. If it's worth it, yes. Because what if the date doesn't work out, guys? And then this man know where you live at. Just saying. Then he starts stalking you. Because that has happened to people. Where the date didn't work out. The girl said it just didn't work out. And the dude kept on coming like, why are you returning? Because then she stopped returning his calls. Then she blocked him because he kept calling her too much. Then he showed up at her house like, why are you not returning my calls? Sir, we just went on a date. You know, what the hell? What the hell? That can happen, guys. That's here where I live. Also, the mall do not want the kids in there without a parent. Yes. Thomas told Eva it was a mistake sleeping with her, and Nicole kissed Ted's business partner. No one she's been. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Tomas told Eva it was a mistake sleeping with her, and Nicole kissed Ted's business partner, the one she'd been eating with. That's Ted's friend, y'all. Y'all know that dude from Divorce Sisters? That is Ted's friend. That's Ted's business partner. Now that's kind of tacky, guys. Now I think Nicole might sleep with him because she knows that Ted slept with Dana to get back at him. Now, hey, two wrongs don't make a right, but hey, she said she telling Ted to sign them papers, baby. Ted signed them papers. Tomas, now, Eva said that Tomas was good in bed. Now, Eva done been with some men before. Now, Eva said Tomas is good in bed. So is the cat the one that's maybe not attracted to men or something? What is Cat's problem in the bedroom? Because Eva said he was good in bed. So Cat said he's not. So what is it? Let me know. Yes, Deborah, we're going to review the season of Heart and Hustle. Yes, ma'am. Another thing, when I was coming up, no dude better not pull up in the driveway and blow the horn for you to come outside. That's a no-no. When my mama and dad, he better come and knock on that front door. Yes. But see, you can't do that now. We got crazies. But like my daughter, yeah, because they're young or whatever. But as she get older, I talk to her and things like that, and let her know I'm starting to talk to her more and more because I have smothered my last two children. They have been smothered by us, and they've been baby a lot. The last two, my son that's 20, and my daughter, her birthday is next week. She is a Libra. October 7th is her birthday. And I think I smothered them so much when they was growing up. We didn't let them do well. All the kids have been smothered, but the last two were smothered a lot. They were very well protected by their, they have older brothers, like my son that's 30 and the other one is 29, and then they're 20 and 14. So they've been smothered by us a lot. And I kind of feel a little bad because they just didn't like start from the bottom like our other two sons did. But we really didn't have shit. They didn't start like that. So they understand shit. They understand like street and education, which my other two, they just walked into. We had like a big nice house. They had a backyard. They went to the suburban schools, and the other two did too, but they started going to the nice schools. Well, they went to good schools, but I'm talking about like the suburban schools. They didn't start going to that until they got in the ninth grade. But the other two, they started since they was in kindergarten, first grade. So, and they've been smothered ever since. They've been like suburban kids. But when you first start out, like I got pregnant with my son when I was 20, and the next month I turned 21. So we had some rough times and things like that, but we made it through. And me and my oldest son, we grew up together. We grew up together. He knows me pretty well, and I know him because I didn't have another child until he was probably 10 years old. I think, yeah. So it always just been me and him. So we grew up together. We learned things together. Parenting doesn't come with a handbook, so the mistakes and things that I might made with him, I corrected them when I started having other kids, and then if I made a mistake with my second child, I corrected them with the third one, and so forth. So yeah, so you just do the best you can as a parent. You don't have a handbook or nothing, but I knew I wanted my kids to go to college. I always wanted them better for them. That was, one of my goals, and I've been putting that in their head ever since they was little. But now we live in a different world where, people make more money than people that got degrees. But with me and having sons, I want them to always have them some type of degree in their back pocket in case they want to do entrepreneurship and it don't work out. They have that degree that can back them up and to get them, in a job. So, I don't mind them, want to do entrepreneurship, but I want them to still get that some type of degree because to me, Black men have it a lot harder than other people getting jobs and things like that. And I try to make sure they keep their background clean, their license, up to date. They don't lose points and stuff. So that's something that I always kept, focusing on with them, you know. So yeah, as a mother. Was they divorced sisters? Sound like a Tyler Perry movie. Yes, that's the new move. That's the new sitcom that Tyler Perry has. It's called Divorce Sisters. I think it's a spinoff from Sisters. It's called Divorce Sisters with Latoya Luckett. Who Latoya Luckett's in there. Devon Franklin is in there. Who else is in there? What's the other lady's name? I forgot the other people, but yeah, it's really good. I can't wait till it come back on because I want to know about this DNA baby. What's her name? Kendra. Is it Kendra with the DNA? You remember when they came back and they told her they was trying to tell her that she can't. They was telling her husband that no, you cannot give blood. We need your wife. He was like, "What? I can't give my daughter no blood." They was like, "Sir." They was trying to tell the wife. What was the wife name? Kenya. Um, what is her name? Baby, Divorce Sisters. I cannot wait till it come back on because just imagine being in a waiting room with your daughter, and the doctor's really trying to really play it off with. I think her name is it Deidre? Telling Deidre, well, we're just going to need a blood transplant for your daughter if you could come with me. And then the husband, the husband's like, well, I can go ahead and do it. And then the doctor's like, no, we just need Deidre to come back here and give the blood transfusion. We just really need Deidre. And then the husband like, why can't I give my daughter a blood transfusion? Why? And then the doctor's like, because you do not match. Oh, and then it went off. Cliffhanger. I was like, hell no. Hell no. And then the man, which is their friend, he knows he's the baby daddy. Woo, that the shit that hit the fan. When Divorce Sisters come back on, baby, it's going to be on and popping. It's going to be on and popping. If y'all have not watched Divorce Sisters, I encourage you guys to binge watch that. Baby, Divorce Sisters ain't playing. Now, I know her husband is a family man, he's a church man, but he probably gonna knock the shit out of Deidre. Just saying. I think her name is Deidre. Yes, mommy. Parenting is hard, and since yesterday I've been married for 26 years. Congratulations. You said I have 2 boys, 19 and 21. Okay. I have 30, 29, 20, and my daughter's 14. But she'll be 14 next week with God's will. I remember when I was dating my ex-husband and I was 21 years old, and he brought me home at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my dad went to his car and said, you need to find Deb a place to stay or marry her. Oh, wow. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, wow, your daddy wasn't playing. I think if Nicole sleep with him, she trying to do that to get back at Ted because Ted slept with Dana. I think that's would be the reason. Let me know in the chat what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about that scenario. Now, guys, I do want to go to this with the older. She is a young lady and her husband. Let me know what y'all think in the chat about this, guys. Life update. She has a older husband. Nothing wrong with that, guys. But I think people think that she's using this man. But he doesn't look older. You know, he looks of age. If he's old, sugar daddy, he's a good looking sugar daddy. So let's take a look here, guys. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Y'all think she's with him because she wants to be with him, or do y'all think he's a sugar daddy?
My 70-year-old man is not on a walker. And y'all, it's been 4 months since we posted a video on social media. And for all the people who's new here, hi, my name is Dee.
Okay, he's 70 years old and 74 years old, guys. Now, she's a young look, nice, no homo, a nice looking young lady. So he's 70 or 74 years old. People think that she is going with this man for money or whatever, but he's nice looking for 70 or 74. Just being honest.
But I go by Golden Red on social media. My man name is James, and we in a 36 age gap relationship. And before the negative people run to my comment section, let me go ahead and beat y'all to the punch. This video here is not the reason why he's on a walker. I've been reading no comments, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been concerned and checking on us. We are back and we better. The week of this video, we celebrated for his upcoming surgery. But one thing we gonna do, we gonna celebrate. And one of the best things I love about dating my older man, y'all, is that he do not allow me to stress about anything or overthinking. I be relaxing and enjoying every moment. Because like my man say, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. All we can do is pray and walk by faith. And God will do the rest. So his surgery was placed in God's hands and we went on the trip. My man easy to get along. He didn't have a preference what he wanted to eat, but I know what he liked. So I chose this restaurant that I had my eyes on for quite a while. We enjoyed ourselves. Everything about this restaurant was amazing. The food, the ambiance, the performance, the drinks. Oh my God, it was good. And of course I had to get a cute selfie in. Y'all want to see more about this restaurant, just post details in the comment section. I'll post my next video. I got us a room downtown by the water so my man could have relaxed. And the rest was history. Now this was our view the next morning. Shout out to everyone who came in contact with us and showed us mad love in person. I just want to say hey y'all. And as I stated, my man is not hard to get along with, so it's not hard to please him. Before wrapping up the weekend, we stopped by the farmer's market because we some foodies over here. We love to eat. And then we head home so we could have prepped for his surgery. These are some big gators we saw going through the Everglades. Mr. Parker putting his walker together. Not black, not gray, but blue.
Want to be seen, come to be clean.
So just for all the people who have been concerned about us, this is the update on us. And yeah, we back and we excited to share our journey with y'all. So check us out on the next videos, guys. All right, bye. My 70-year-old man is not on a walker. And y'all, it's been 4 months since we posted a video on social media. And for all the people who's new here, hi, my name is Dee, but I go by Golden Red on social media. My man name is James, and we in a 36 age gap relationship. And before the negative people run to my comment section, let me go ahead and beat y'all to the punch. This video here is not the reason why he's on a walker. I've been reading no comments, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been concerned and checking on us. We are back and we better. The week of this video, we celebrated for his upcoming surgery. But one thing we gonna do, we gonna celebrate. And one of the best things I love about dating my older man, y'all, is that he do not allow me to stress about anything or overthinking. I be relaxing and enjoying every moment.
Okay, so how do y'all feel about this? Okay, did you say it's giving gold digger? He's in shape for to be 70, y'all. He's 70. She said there's a 36-year difference in their age. You said why she didn't cook for him? It's giving gold digger. What y'all think? Y'all think she's a gold digger? I think he looks nice for his age. I think she likes him. She's his caretaker, Sheila Joe. He can move around. He don't look like, he need her for that. Who the hell goes on vacation because he's about to have surgery? Oh my goodness. So you don't think he looks in shape to be 70, guys? Y'all don't think he looks in shape at all? I think, he's in shape more than some of these other men that's running around out here. I think he's in shape. But it seems like she likes him. Yeah, I think so too. I think she likes him. What y'all think? Okay. But I'm gonna let y'all sit on it and tell me what y'all think. It's giving sugar daddy, sugar baby, sick and shit in addition. Okay. So let's go over here, guys, to this with Phaedra. So we're gonna get into this and let's just see here. We're gonna move over here to Phaedra, y'all. Okay, expectations, okay. Let's move over to Phaedra. Now, okay. Now let's see what Phaedra said, that she's been married, she's did that before, she's okay with dating herself, she don't want to be married no more, she just want to do her. The man said that she lying, that she's lonely. Now Phaedra just look at him like, what? She looking like, what? But we're gonna get into it.
Had her speechless, gotta be studied. Watch this video.
Until you've been married, you just don't, it's a lot of commitment, a lot of give and take.
Yeah.
And I like to do more taking sometimes.
What?
So I'm happily single. I have my 2 beautiful boys, but I like myself. So many women are obsessed with relationships. I like to date myself.
No, you don't. You are miserable. I mean,
Just off the rip saying you're miserable.
you say you like to date yourself, but you are a main cast member on The Housewives of Atlanta, where you're chasing men. And I would say marriage is definitely hard when you're dealing with someone as self-obsessed as you.
Talk to him.
Mention your entire marriage was a central storyline on a reality show that's all about fights, shade, and personal branding. And no wonder you don't get why women are obsessed with relationship when your entire career thrives on cycling through men for drama.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
is why I think the show is more of a pose of Atlanta than Housewives, because real housewives are in the kitchen cooking food, not chasing cameras.
Crickets. Freaking crickets. That's crazy. The way he had her speechless, gotta be studied. Watch this video.
Until you've been married, you just don't, it's a lot of commitment, a lot of give and take.
Yeah.
And I like to do more taking sometimes.
What?
So I'm happily single. I have my 2 beautiful boys, but I like myself. So many women are obsessed with relationships. I like to date myself.
No, you don't. You are miserable. I mean,
Just off the rip saying you're miserable.
you say you like to date yourself, but you are a main cast member on The Housewives of Atlanta, where you're chasing men. And I would say marriage is definitely hard when you're dealing with someone as self-obsessed as you.
Talk to him.
Mention your entire marriage was a central storyline on a reality show that's all about fights, shade, and personal branding. And no wonder you don't get why women are obsessed with relationship when your entire career thrives on cycling through men.
He said Phaedra's whole life consists of cycling through men. What? What the fuck? He said if you're a housewife, you should be cooking and cleaning. Well, okay.
For drama.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
is why I think the show is more of a pose of Atlanta than Housewives, because
He said hoes. Wait a minute. Did this man say hoes of Atlanta? What? Wait a minute.
real housewives are in the kitchen cooking food, not chasing cameras.
Crickets. Freaking crickets. That's crazy. The way he had her speechless, gotta be studied. Watch this video.
Until you've been married, you just.
What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? You said maybe after his surgery, he might be in rehab recovery for a while, and a reason they booked a vacation before his surgery. Okay, who said that? I can see that. He wasn't there during that interview with Phaedra is AI. That's what I thought. I was thinking, like, was he there? What doing it? I was thinking that. Because I was saying that if he would have said that to Phaedra, I think Phaedra would have been wanted to fight him. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see that part. Because if he would have said that to Phaedra, I think Phaedra would wanted to fight him. Now I think that this AI is getting ridiculous, and I think that's something that people probably want to say. But I don't think Phaedra has a lot of sex partners. I don't think so. I don't think Phaedra has a lot of sex partners. I just think that the world we live in now, if you're not married, that they think it's something wrong with you. If you're not with nobody, it's something wrong with you. You're lonely. You a woman with cats. That's what I think it is now. If you don't have no man, guys, the world thinks you lonely, you're miserable. And what if it's just you okay with your own company? You're okay with taking yourself out to eat, to dinner, or to lunch or brunch by yourself. Why, if you don't have no man on your side, the world thinks that you're miserable, you're bitter, or something wrong with you? Let me know that in the chat. Why can't you date yourself? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with dating yourself? What is wrong with healing after you get out of a relationship? The world won't let you do that. The world ain't gonna let you do it, baby. Oh, she miserable, she bitter. And then if you some people, I'll say if you got friends that got men's or wives, they'll think if you the woman that don't got a man or a husband, oh no, I don't want you hanging around her because she gonna try to influence you. Every woman has their own mindset. Even if you hang around women that are married and that are not married or single, they can't influence you to do nothing that you don't want to do yourself. I always said that. I never understand why a lot of married men don't want their wives hanging around single people. Your own person, especially with our big age, other women can't influence you to do stuff. It's just not in the cards. They can't do it. Who said that if he's about to have, let me see, I would have to be married again. I love being married. I just think sometimes we do not marry the person God has for us. Say it again, Deidre. Say it again. Say it again. I don't believe this is true. I'm betting Phaedra isn't there. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was AI, but I wanted to put it on here to see what y'all thought of it, because this is what the world thinks, y'all. They think if you don't have a man or you're not married, something is wrong with you. They think you're lonely, bitter, or they'll start calling you the Catwoman. Lonely, bitter, or you're the Catwoman. A lot of women have been through tough breakup, bad marriages, and they just want to be by themselves right now. And, just love on yourself. Get back to learning who you are as a person. It's not because you can't get a man, you just probably don't want a fucking man. It ain't that you can't get one, you just don't want one. That's all it is. You think women can't get no man? Women can get plenty of men. There's plenty of men out there for women to get. They just don't want them. They just don't want to deal with the headache. You already get out of one. You don't want to go and back into another. Hello, I'm just saying, I think she loves him. Okay. I think it seems like she do. Because let me tell you something, that man is in shape. He ain't, he looks in shape. What's wrong with him? He didn't look like he was 70 to me. Because I've seen some people that's not even in their 70s, maybe in their early 50s, and they look like they in their 70s or 80s. They're not kept anymore. They lost all their damn hair and try to hold on to their hair for fucking dear life. It's gone. They don't keep themselves up or nothing. Just saying. Now, if men want to get hair transplants, I'm okay with that. You know, women get hair transplant, women wear wigs, and everything like that. If the man wants to go get a hair transplant and it looks fine, I'm okay with that. Now, if it's gone, it's just gone. Now, this is a dark-skinned, bald-headed man. I think he looks nice to be 70. He's in shape. He's not overweight or anything. You know, the View would not have allowed him to speak like that to Phaedra when they invited her as their yes. Yes, but I thought it was AI, but I just wanted to see y'all opinion. I'm scored. Let's see. I'm scared to go on dates by myself. Well, this is the thing. How to go on a date by yourself. Make sure you talk to the person, okay? Make sure you get his first and last name, if you can, driver's license, and look him up. Ask him where he live at, and things like that. Have you lived in any other states? And just run his name through the system. They got all type of stuff that you can run their name there. Get his date of birth, run his name through the system. And then if you're going to meet him, go on a lunch or breakfast date where you're going to a place where there's a lot of people at and there's light. You know, don't go out on no date with him and in the dark. Go on breakfast dates and lunch dates. Meet him at the destination. Don't let him come to your house. So if you go to a breakfast or lunch, right, or a brunch, it's in the daylight around a whole bunch of people. I'm sure he ain't gonna try, attack you in front of a lot of people, but hey. But if you just go to a date, for breakfast, do breakfast or do coffee, do a coffee shop or something like that, until you feel comfortable going on an actual date, dinner date with him, just do coffee dates, do brunch dates, do breakfast dates or lunch until you feel comfortable. Meet always at a well, crowded place. Make sure it's well lit up. And if you're going to drive there yourself, you leave last, so he can't follow you back to your home or what have you. Or if you're going to leave from the date, make sure you don't take the usual way home. Be looking in your rear view mirror and take different ways home. You know how to get home from where you're going, but you take different routes so you can see if he's following you. And then you get there. Let's say the breakfast date is at 8 o'clock in the morning. You get there maybe at 7:30, so you can see what type of car he pulls up in. And then when you get ready to leave, you can make sure he's not following you because you already know what kind of car he is. You can do things like that. And what are some of the first things you should ask on a first date? Well, I'm not going to say are you married because you should have asked that before y'all even exchange numbers. Is you married? Do you got a woman? Do you got a crazy? Do you got a baby mama? That should be already established before you even exchange a number with somebody. Just saying. And then once you get on the date, then you can start asking other questions, like what do you see your goals at in 5 years? Things like that. Where do you live at? Who do you live with? Things like that. You can start off slow. But until you're comfortable, just go on breakfast and lunch date and coffee dates with him until you get comfortable with yourself. That's what I would say. I promise you, you are not missing anything because marriage is a job every day. I wake up and look at the ninja like you still there. Deidre, Miss D said, that's my name too. He said, that's my name too. 4 boys and 2 girls. Okay. Miss D, okay. I think for 70, he looked good and he looked in shape. I would date him, but I'm older. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. And met the guy in a public place. Don't be afraid. Yes. Or have someone you know to drop you off for the date and call them to pick you up when the date is over, if that would make you feel better. Yes, just get there. If you're going to do a brunch or lunch date, get there early so you can see what he is. And then once you ask some questions and stuff, don't ever go out at night. And, if you're afraid, go on dates, but do coffee dates. Do brunch dates or lunch dates. Don't do dinner until you get comfortable with him. But make sure you get his information. Ask him, do you got any restraining orders? There's nothing wrong with asking nobody that. You got any restraining orders? You got any DBs on you? What's your first and last name? Have you ever, where are you from? Where you live at? Have you ever lived in any other states? And you start running his damn name. Then I got another thing you can do when you pull up, get his damn license plate number. Run that shit. Just saying. I'm just saying that I'll date him. That's what I said. He looks nice to be 70. And she said she don't worry about nothing with him. Nothing. That's some of the, things that you could do. But these young men out here now, no. And then also, you got to look for men that are grown men. The grown men that are here now, they try to dress like they teenagers with their pants sagging down. They want to have dreads in their hair. They want to have braids and all that shit in their hair. No. You gotta, I'm not saying they got to dress old, but they should dress, they should dress respectfully. They can't have their pants and shit hanging all down. No, man, no. Because you got older men out here, they think they in their 20s and 30s, and they do. You got to have a man that dressed like a grown man. Just being honest. Just being honest, y'all. You got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. Remember, if you're new to the channel, think about becoming a subscriber. If you like my content, we would love to have you as a T-drop over here. You got to do what you got to do, guys. All right. Now, guys, now, I think this could be possible in some states. Now, y'all know the Orange Man buried his ex-wife on his land, and so now it's considered as a cemetery. So they're saying, allegedly, you don't have to pay taxes, and they could never take your house because it's been deemed as a cemetery. So they said that, in the olden days, they should bury their people in the back of their house, so their house could never get taken. But let me know if y'all believe this. So let me bring it up here. That people are burying people in the back of their house. So let me know, guys, if y'all believe this. And if you could do this. And, you got to check with your state if you could do this. The Orange Man did it. He buried his wife on his golf course so that it could never be taken, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But let me know.
If you bury a loved one in your backyard, that your house now is zoned as a cemetery, and you no longer owe property taxes, as well as you're no longer part of any HOA or any government anything. Your house is a write-off. It's tax-free on any upgrades to your house, and they can never take your house after that. Generational wealth. It doesn't matter if you default on your mortgage or anything like that. They can never take your house from you, ever. They can't take it from your kids. They can never take it. So think about this. Back in the day when you watch things like Wyatt Earp and the movies, they go out back and they bury, their loved ones in their backyard. When did cemeteries become a thing, right? Probably around the first war when we needed money and we instilled war taxes, property taxes, all the bullshit, right? So cemeteries became a thing. Why? Oh, because they needed property tax and they wanted you to pay a lot for funerals. When people used to just do cardboard and, bury people 6 feet under and put them close to their house. But now they have you pay for a plot of land, pay for a tombstone, pay for a casket, put you in debt basically for a funeral to put your loved one on a property that's not yours. Because if you put them in your backyard, then you no longer owe property taxes and your house is no longer owned by the government. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just putting it out there, just letting you know. Did you know that if you bury a loved one in your backyard, that your house now is zoned as a cemetery and you no longer owe property taxes, as well as you're no longer part of any HOA or any government anything. Your house is a write-off. It's tax-free on any upgrades to your house, and they can never take your house after that. Generational wealth. It doesn't matter if you default on your mortgage or anything like that. They can never take your house from you, ever. They can't take it from your kids. They can never take it. So think about this. Back in the day when you watch things like Wyatt Earp and the movies, they go out back and they bury, their loved ones in their backyard. When did cemeteries become a thing, right? Probably around the first war when we needed money and we instilled war taxes, property taxes, all the bullshit, right? So cemeteries became a thing. Why? Oh, because they needed property tax and they wanted you to pay a lot for funerals. When people used to just do cardboard and, bury people 6 feet under and put them close to their house. But now they have you pay for a plot of land, pay for a tombstone, pay for a casket, put you in debt basically for a funeral to put your loved one on a property that's not yours. Because if you put them in your backyard, then you no longer owe property taxes and your house is no longer owned by the government. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just putting it out there, just letting you know. Did you know that if you bury a loved one in your backyard, that...
So, how many people think this true? How many people think this true? That if you bury somebody, one of your loved ones in the backyard, they can't do nothing. Let me know if y'all think this is true. Let me know if y'all think this is true. Let me know if y'all think this is true. Yep, Trump did it, and it's true. I looked it up. It's true. Expectations. If you bury somebody, wait a minute. I wanted to bring and see y'all if it's true. You said Trump? Yeah, he did it, and it's true. I looked it up. Oh, wow. I did not know you did not have to pay taxes if you bury a loved one in your backyard. I need to check into that. I buried one of my loved ones in the backyard. You did? Excuse me, Deborah? Well, hell, there goes the family cookout. No one wants to step on Granny. Oh, Lord, Deborah. Well, the Wonder Bread always knows the shortcuts, allegedly. I'm just hearing this, but it kind of sounds true. That's what they said, because y'all know that the orange man buried his wife in the back of his golf course and they can't touch it. That's why they say he did that, so they could never try to take that property from him. He buried his wife back there because it's zoned as a cemetery. So they say you don't have to pay property taxes, no HOAs. They can't never take your house. You don't have to pay for no upgrades, no nothing. And Spectation says she looked it up and it's true. So you can bet if you, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just bring y'all and y'all let me know if it's true or not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, now, would you want to bury one of your loved ones in the back of your house? Let me know in the chat if you would want to bury one of your loved ones in the back of the house. Because if that's a cemetery in the back of your house, they're saying they can't do nothing. You don't have to pay no more property taxes, no more HOAs, no nothing. But even if you default on your loan, they can't do nothing. Does it have to be my loved one? I guess you can bury anybody back there. Deidre says she checked the law up in my state and county, and she said it's a go. I do not. Well, I know he buried his ex-wife there, but I cannot figure out why his kids would let him. Now it makes sense why they were okay with it. Yeah, because they could never take that property from him, ever. It's zoned as a cemetery. Because who would want to buy the property and there's somebody's bodies back there? You can't do that. So that makes sense to do that. So that's generational wealth. And y'all hear it's generational wealth for his kids. They can never take it. They don't have to pay no property taxes. They don't have to, if they don't want to pay the mortgage, they don't have to pay it either because they can't take it. It's a cemetery. It's a cemetery. They can't take it. You know, he don't have to pay shit if he don't want to. You said, well, I'm going to see Mr. Watts tomorrow. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I guess that you got to look it up, you know, by state. If you bury somebody back there, that's a cemetery. You can't take nobody's house as a cemetery back there. They love ones back there. That makes sense. You know, hey, I know they know the shortcuts. They know how to do shit. Yeah. They know you know he been doing shit. Y'all know the Orange Man ain't been paying taxes, so he knows some shit. So he must have talked to some lawyers to do it. They ain't talk. Look, when they seized all of his properties up there in New York, did you hear him talking about seizing Mar-a-Lago? They didn't say nothing about seizing Mar-a-Lago because I guess this is why, because it's a cemetery. They can't. Well, those kids are just like and you mean dad greedy because he would have took my mom to a cemetery. But the kids are greedy. They know, you know, they got lawyers all around him, especially that lawyer's been working with him ever since his dad. So, you know, they, you know, allegedly and for entertainment purposes, they didn't look into it. So that's generational wealth for them. You know, they didn't look into it. They wouldn't have put her back there if it for nothing. And the kids had to agree to it, so they didn't put her back there for nothing. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. I feel no ways tired. They know how to do shit. They know how to get away with shit. And if he put her back there, guys, it's for a reason. He didn't put her back there for nothing. Just saying. Just saying, guys. They ain't put their mama back there for nothing, y'all. Just saying. I'm gonna look it up in my state. Expectations, if you don't mind, what state do you live in, if you don't mind me asking? He said, I'm scared to call the county and ask them. They may think I'm up to something, but I'm going to call. I don't blame you, Deidre. I will call too. I will call. Shit. I don't care the fuck what you think I'm up to. I will call and ask. Because I'm not saying it's true. Y'all know everything on this channel is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I'm just asking y'all. Do y'all think this is true? Fantasia said that she looked it up in her state, and she said it's true. Now I'm just saying, I'm not. This is all alleged. Going across the street, it's all alleged. No, he has her buried at his golf course in New Jersey. Oh, in New Jersey? Okay, New Jersey. So they can't mess with it in New Jersey. So New Jersey, you live in New Jersey, they can't do it. Now, so in New Jersey, we know that's one. We got to find out what's the other states that you can do it in. We gotta ask Chat GPT. We'll have to ask Chat GPT. But Chat GPT, y'all, it been getting a lot of people in trouble because y'all know what he been saying about black people. They don't like it. That Chat GPT said if he would want to come back, if he could be any race, he said he would want to be black. He said because that's God chosen people. And baby, them clear people almost had a heart attack. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. But anything else Chat GPT say, y'all agree with it. But when he telling y'all about the black people, y'all talking about the man wrong. They had to, y'all know for a minute they had stopped GPT because they were saying all that stuff about black people and stuff. They had cut GPT off for a minute and was trying to rewire it. Just saying, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, because the clear people didn't like what they were saying, that the black people are God chosen people. They didn't like that. Just saying. You said Tennessee? Okay, expectations. All right. I won't be telling my kids this. I'm just saying that she won't be telling her kids this. Yeah, guys, I just want to know. So we know Tennessee is one of them because Spectation says she looked it up. That you can bury people there. Spectation says she looked it up. Now, guys, we're going to move into another touchy subject here. Now, if you have HIV, should you tell your nail tech that? Just ask him. Just ask him. Should you tell your nail tech if you have HIV? Just ask him for a friend here. We're going to talk to it. You said, I didn't know that, Miss Dee. Okay. Well, we learned a lot of stuff together tonight, guys. If you have HIV, should you tell your nail tech? Okay, this lady right here. Just ask him. She said, should I tell my nail tech I have HIV?
Should she tell her nail tech that she has HIV? This is Bianca Carolina. She lives in New York, and yes, she has HIV. Bianca says in 2019, her ex-boyfriend intentionally passed HIV to her and another woman. And when she tried to press charges, the police told her that if she couldn't prove that he did it on purpose, there was nothing that they could do. After initially feeling depressed and worthless because of her HIV diagnosis, Bianca decided that she needed to move on with her life. So she did. She started dating again, and she met Joel, who does not have HIV. And he didn't let her HIV status stop him from loving her. In fact, they got married. They have a beautiful 3-year-old daughter, and she's enjoying her life as a stay-at-home mom.
I am not how you envisioned someone who is living with HIV to be. You want me to be depressed. You want me to be sad. You want me to live in shame. I live a beautiful life. I'm happily loved. I have a beautiful family. I have purpose. I have calling. And I love literally my life.
So now Bianca is sharing her story all over social media, hoping to change the stigma around HIV positive people so that they don't have to feel like their lives are over. And that's a good thing, because for Bianca, life is just getting started and she knows she's blessed. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierka with the T.
So, do you think that, she should tell her nail tech if she had HIV, but the man that she's with, he doesn't have HIV, and he loved her through all of that. She was able to have a child. They said the new, people with HIV, not AIDS, but HIV, they're coming undetected with the medications and things like that they do take. They're coming on, they're not, and it's not coming up on a test that they have it, the HIV anymore. So how do y'all feel about that? That she shared her story all over the internet, telling people their life is not over because they have HIV. There's some people, I guess, as long as you keep it real with them and let them know that they don't have a problem with it. So let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. How would y'all feel about this? No, that nail. You said no. The nail tech doesn't need to know. You said she know now. I'm just saying. You said she know now, but when you get your nails done, guys, you can bleed. That's the reason they said she tell her, because sometimes when you get your nails done, guys, y'all know this. You could bleed. Y'all know that. But it's your choice to tell her that. Because some people, don't understand, about HIV. It's a big difference between HIV and AIDS. The full blown AIDS. It's a big difference. Now they have a lot of different medications. They said now that can help be undetected. So to keep you undetected with it. So let me know. Yeah, you said the nail tech doesn't need to know. Okay. You said the nail tech don't have to know. Okay. Y'all let me know. Well, she knows now. The woman's gonna share it on she's gonna share it on she's gonna share it. The woman is telling everybody that you don't have to be scared. Some people gonna date you, some people not. It all depends on the man. Because the man looks nice looking. If that's the man, he's nice looking, and they let her have a baby with it. Y'all let me know. They let her have a baby with it. So yeah. So would y'all date somebody who had HIV? Now, it's not HIV is not AIDS. Just HIV is a virus, like the HIV virus. Would y'all date someone if they had that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if y'all would date somebody who had that. If my nail tech is drawing blood, I'm getting another tech. Like one time, well, I'm gonna say one time, she had my cuticles. She had went up a little bit too far, and my cuticles had started bleeding. Yep, tell the truth. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all know a lot of y'all. I don't lie. I tell the truth. He said, "Wait, what if she has broken skin on her hands or arms, or what if the tech injured her and broke skin?" Yeah, that's what I was saying. Expectations. Yep. If you get your nails done and you feel a way, bring in your own nail materials for the tech to use on your nails. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. You say, "I'm sorry, but I wouldn't." Okay. Everybody has their own opinion. I want everybody to be honest about things. It is what it is. Some people want to let's see here. Let's do this with Tyler Perry. So let me know if y'all believe this, but this is what they say that Tyler Perry does to his cast mates when they getting ready to film.
Teyana Taylor avoided physical contact with Taraji P. Henson. Tyler Perry's actions revealed the truth. At the premiere of Straw, director Tyler Perry brought Teyana and Taraji together, and Teyana's behavior caused a lot of controversy. Teyana ignored Taraji's outstretched hand and went to hold Sherry Shepherd's hand, which made many people speculate that they had some kind of conflict on the set. But is it really the case? Tyler's actions have given us the answer. First, in order to make the movie a success, Tyler used a special treatment in the movie, where Teyana played a police officer and Taraji was the criminal she was chasing. Tyler specifically asked them to avoid establishing friendship during filming to create strong screen tension. This method not only inspires the strongest emotions of the actors, but also helps newcomers like Teyana get into the role faster. No wonder Teyana Taylor avoided physical contact with Taraji P. Henson. Tyler Perry's actions revealed the truth. At the premiere of Straw, director Tyler Perry brought Teyana and Taraji together, and Teyana's behavior caused a lot of controversy. Teyana ignored Taraji's outstretched hand and went to hold Sherry Shepherd's hand, which made many people speculate that they had some kind of conflict on the set. But is it really the case? Tyler's actions have given us the answer. First, in order to make the movie a success, Tyler used a special treatment in the movie, where Teyana played a police officer and Taraji was the criminal she was chasing. Tyler specifically asked them to avoid establishing friendship during filming to create strong screen tension. This method not only inspires the strongest emotions of the actors, but also helps newcomers like Teyana get into the role faster. No wonder Teyana Taylor avoided physical contact.
So guys, yeah, that's true. That he wanted her to avoid contact so she can get into her role more faster. Where if they wasn't trying to be buddy and things like that, that they can get into the role faster, where they weren't, being friends and things like that. But when the premiere came, they took pictures together. But before that, he did not want them to be buddy so they can really come into their character. What do y'all think about that? Hey, Alice. You said in chat, no, I wouldn't tell. Okay. Some texts won't let you bring your own materials. Yeah, some won't. They want to use their own. They do that. They do that. Yeah, but I think that's genius to do that. You have no contact with the people, and then that can get you into character. I like that technique. If that's what he's using, I like it. I do. I like it. Let me know in the chat if you guys like that. But let's get into some Black history, guys. We got to get into some Black history. Let's get into some Black history. All right. We'll get into a little bit of Black history. Hello, I'm just saying. Let's see.
Own version of paradise because the world wouldn't let them in. A place where Black joy wasn't just allowed, it was the whole point. Aretha sang here. So did Duke Ellington. You probably never heard of it, and that's exactly the problem. This was Idlewild, Michigan. A hidden gem tucked in the woods of northern Michigan. Founded in 1912 when most vacation spots had rules that kept Black families out. Idlewild said, come as you are, buy land, build a cabin, be free. Back then, traveling while Black wasn't safe. Hotels turned you away. Beaches were off limits. So families drove hundreds of miles just to get here, just to feel human. Idlewild became more than a resort. It was a lifeline. And it was electric. Jazz poured out of clubs. Langston Hughes wrote here. Comedians, poets, dancers lit up the stage. It was Black excellence, wild, brilliant, and unbothered. Then came the Civil Rights Act in 1964. Suddenly, those old rules were illegal. Black travelers could go anywhere, and they did. Idlewild was no longer the only option. Crowds thinned, businesses closed, the magic faded. But some stayed. They kept their memories alive. Because Idlewild wasn't just a vacation. It was proof we could build something of our own. Idlewild still stands, quiet, powerful. It's a story of freedom, joy, and building your own way. Say its name, share its story. Remember, Idlewild. They built their own version of paradise because the world wouldn't let them in. A place where black joy wasn't just allowed, it was the whole point. Aretha sang here. So did Duke Ellington. You probably never heard of it, and that's exactly the problem. This was Idlewild, Michigan, a hidden gem tucked in the woods of northern Michigan. Founded in 1912, when most vacation spots had rules that kept black families out, Idlewild said, "Come as you are, buy land, build a cabin, be free." Back then, traveling while black wasn't safe. Hotels turned you away. Beaches were off limits. So families drove hundreds of miles just to get here, just to feel human. Idlewild became more than a resort. It was a lifeline, and it was electric. Jazz poured out of clubs. Langston Hughes wrote here. Comedians, poets, dancers lit up the stage. It was black excellence, wild, brilliant, and unbothered. Then came the Civil Rights Act in 1964. Suddenly, those old rules were illegal. Black travelers could go anywhere, and they did.
How do y'all feel about this? Did y'all know there was a place in Michigan called Idlewild? Yes, we talked about Martell. Yes, we talked about him. We're going to do one more. So I did not know this about Black history, that they had all these places for the blacks to go and things like that, and they just destroyed them. I did not know they had all these places. I did not know this. And then they always say that black people did not have anything. They never picked themselves up by the bootstraps, but we did. And they would tear it down, so they needed it for construction. They needed to build a park here. It's just really bad. Erasing Little Africa, Louisville, Kentucky.
Once had a neighborhood called Little Africa, but today almost no one remembers it. After the Civil War, freed black families built a community along the Ohio River. They called it Little Africa, a place of survival, culture, and pride in a city that wanted them invisible. The houses were small, the streets often flooded, but it was home. It was proof that out of slavery, people could build something of their own. But city leaders didn't see families. They saw slums. By the early 20th century, Louisville launched one of the first urban renewal projects in the South. They declared Little Africa blighted, forced families out, and bulldozed what remained. Some families scattered into other black neighborhoods. Others left the city altogether. By the 1940s, Little Africa had been wiped from the map, its memory buried under new construction and forgotten by official history. The tragedy is this. Louisville didn't just destroy buildings, it destroyed the roots of a people who had already survived slavery and Reconstruction. Little Africa may be gone, but telling its story keeps it from being erased twice. Follow for more hidden truths.
Did you guys know about Little Africa in Louisville, Kentucky? Did y'all know about that in Louisville, Kentucky? Nope, it does not exist anymore. There's a lot of towns and things that they bury stuff over. A lot of stuff is buried over. Just like in the oceans and stuff, there's a lot of towns and stuff buried under there, like in Atlanta. There's a town that's buried under the water there. That it was a black town. They flooded it, and people got flooded there. And it's towns and houses and roads and everything under there. What is it called again? I forgot the name of the city. So what's the name of that beach in Atlanta that town is buried under? Where it's underwater. And a lot of people get drowned there. You know, a lot of people get drowned there. And they've been said that, you know, maybe the black people are pulling them under. Because a lot of white people go there. They go there, and a lot of clear people go there, having boats and stuff there. I think this summer or last summer that So a lot of people would be missing. And y'all know that's where Usher's stepson drowned at. Yeah, he drowned there. Yep. And then y'all know it's they did a documentary about it as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of towns that are buried under construction. There's a lot of towns that are black towns that are buried underwater. They'll flood them out and make lakes and stuff. Even in Alabama, there's a lot of towns that are buried under the water. They make lakes out of them. That were black communities, they make lakes out of them. They don't like that black Americans start thriving and the black dollar is just going around in that particular area. They'll tear it down. We need it for a park. We need it for construction. We need it for highways and things like that. And they'll just bulldoze it, tear it down, and people think it never existed. Also on Wall Street, y'all know there's bodies buried under Wall Street. Black bodies are buried under Wall Street. Wall Street is where they used to have the slave. They used to sell slaves on Wall Street. Well, it wasn't called Wall Street then, but allegedly they used to sell slaves there, and there are bodies and things buried under Wall Street. So there's a lot of history that goes back to these towns and things like that. Where else? It's another place I can't think of it right now. There's black bodies buried under. Y'all remember in North Carolina, South Carolina, they got ready to do construction and build. I think they were going to be building like some apartment buildings or something. And once they started digging, they found all those black bodies, like in a ditch. And it was just a whole bunch of black bodies in a ditch. So there are black bodies under a lot of stuff, under streets and things like that. And so that's when they came up with the Black Wall Street that's in North Carolina. Yeah, so there was a lot of black bodies there. And they just no, not Atlantis. It's in Atlanta, there is a lake that people go there, picnic, they go swimming there and everything, and it's a black town buried underneath it. What is it called? Oh, for the tip of my tongue. It's in Atlanta, and it's a black town buried under, but now it's a lake, and people go swimming there. They picnic there. They do everything there. And they know, and they tell people not to go there, but people go there and they end up drowning and things like that. A lot of people go there and they don't come back. People have been telling them to stay out that water because our ancestors are under there and they're angry. So sometimes you might get pulled under there, sometimes you may not. There's a documentary of a lady who got pulled up, who went under, and she said that, when she was a teenager, she went under the water and she knows she was unconscious, but she came back to, and there was like a black man or woman that pulled her to safety. Was telling her to wake up underwater, and it was a black person, she said, and it helped her get back up there to land, and she never saw the person again. And she tells the same story to this day. She's older now, and she's about in her 60s, and she tells that story. They did a documentary of it. There was another person that went there, and they almost drowned, and they tell the story too about a black woman or black lady that helped them get back up on shore that was underwater. And those are our ancestors down there. Some people they'll help get back up and be worthy, some people not. You just go, So yeah, there are a lot of towns that black bodies are buried under. They either under in the lake, under the water. So there are a lot. All right, guys, you've been on here for 3 hours. I'm going to get up. Off here. I know you guys got to go to sleep, but I thank each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart for coming over and supporting the channel. Remember, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, please think about becoming a subscriber and make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And also follow me on my other channel, which will be Drop the T 2.0. Follow me on my other platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop the T. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Good night. Good night, everyone.